Hey, welcome back to the Fit Survive channel. So what we have here today is the Wuben L1 flashlight. And before we get into that, I'll tell you about what's in the box. Basically, it has a nylon pouch for carrying this. It comes with a Type-C to Type-C charging cable, and of course the user manual. So we won't be opening that up and showing any of that. We'll go ahead and jump right into the flashlight. So first of all, one of the things that kind of obvious we'll point out is that this has double light sources. So you have up top, you can tell by the lens and by the reflector that this is basically a spotlight, and what they call the thrower, the side, you can tell that this is a floodlight. Again, by the lens and all, you can tell that. And this is what they're calling the flutter. And so the spotlight and the floodlight here. And so it's pretty cool having the two, basically kind of having two flashlights in one. And so the conveniences of both, per se, in one flashlight is pretty cool. And what makes it even better is that this head right here rotates 180 degrees. So if you wanted the floodlight on top or pointing forward, you can do that. And then they have the spotlight on the side. And so another great thing about this is it has the magnet on the back. And so with the flashlight here being at 90 degrees, you can attach this per se like to your car or wherever, if you're working on your car. Have the light shining down. If you want the floodlight, you can turn that on. If you want the spotlight, you can turn that on. So either one will work in either direction. And actually they also will work at an angle. And beyond that, we're just jumping into more and more cool stuff here. Beyond that, the spotlight and the floodlight can both be turned on at the same time. But the floodlight will only work on medium. And so you have the spotlight on high, the floodlight will be on low, and yes, you can do it also at an angle, so pointing in both directions. Now, I'm not sure in what scenarios you would want to have both lights on at the same time. So let me know in the comments what you think, under what conditions or scenario you would have or want both lights on at the same time. So getting more detail into this spotlight here on the top, they actually have dedicated buttons for them. So the button up top, I don't know if you can see on the, basically through the video, but it shows, the spotlight, and down below the floodlights kind of got a different picture. That way if you get confused, if you're twisting them, it's still, the buttons are still dedicated to the spotlight and then to the floodlight. So I like that they have the two buttons. You can see that it makes it a lot more convenient, much more simpler, should we say, in the user interface, being able to do that. And if you notice also here, the LED light, that is already telling me that the battery is at 50%. That's what they have, that red light shining, so it needs to be charged. All right, so beyond that, we'll go ahead and take this outside right now. I'll show you the brightness of this. All right, so what you see here, this is the low, and that is 35. And then you take it up to medium, that is 320 lumens. And then here is the high, and that is going to be 1000 lumens. All right, so this also has a strobe feature. You see there, and if you click the button again 3 times, it takes you to an SOS feature. The floodlight does not have the strobe or the SOS, but if you think about it, if you already have that on the one basically light, you wouldn't need it on the second one. It'd be kind of redundant. All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll take it outside again for the floodlight, and I'll show you that. All right, so here it is on the low, and this has a low of 25. And then you have the medium, the 380, and then the high, you can take it up to 600. All right, so other than that, this floodlight, you can order this with either the Nichia, which is the warmer white, which is what I have. You can see it's much warmer than the spotlight up top. Or you can also order this with the Osram, which is going to be a bit brighter. It takes the high up to 1000 lumens. And also it's a bit cooler white. But I think personally with having the two lights, it's great to have one cool white and one warm white, because there are different scenarios where you'd kind of want either option. And then so having both, I think, is really great. All right, so other than that, let's go on with the battery here. This has a 4,800 milliamp battery. You can see it is replaceable. They recommend using Wuben's original batteries. This is basically a 21700 battery. So that is replaceable. It is, if you need to basically replace it, you can do that. So this is also Type-C rechargeable. You see right there, Type-C. Another really cool feature about this is that it also doubles as a power bank. So I'll go ahead and demonstrate that real quick. So if you need some extra juice for your cell phone, you plug that in, and you can see right there, it is charging it. And so that works great if you are, using this as an emergency flashlight. Being able to charge your phone is, of course, a great feature for it to have. All right, so this also has IP68 waterproof rating, and so that is 2 meters for up to 1 hour underwater, and it should be just fine. And also, let's see, that's basically it for this flashlight. I mentioned the magnet on the back. You have the pocket clip. The pocket clip is removable if you want. You can lift this up, pull that off if you did not want that pocket clip on there. And this flashlight costs $79. And so if you're interested, be sure to check that out. So in the comments, let me know what you think about this flashlight. If you like having the dual head, the dual lighting sources, if that's something you can see being useful, or if you see it as being gimmicky. Let me know in what scenarios you would use both lights on at the same time. That's something you can see yourself using or not. Definitely let me know about that in the comments. And be sure to check this flashlight out. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.